Hi, and welcome back to the Top Talent Family Festival, #1 Saturday session. Coming up next is the wonderful Jacob George from Florida. Jacob, how are you, brother?
I'm excellent. Thanks for having me.
Oh, pleasure, dude, pleasure. Could you tell us, like who is Jacob George? What type of music do you do? Then I'll ask you about a certain song.
Yeah, so I'm from Miami, Florida. I have a three-piece band called Jacob George Band. I'm a Berkeley grad. I've been writing songs for many years. I have a full album out and 2 singles out and 2 more on the way. I have a music video that we released last year for my song Mama's Girl, and this next song that we're going to play is the single off of my first album, Fight the Feeling. It's called Cold Machine.
It's an absolute smash hit. It's just from Spotify. We're just going to play a Spotify track this time, ladies and gentlemen. But if you don't know Jacob George, he's absolutely fantastic. Let's get you acquainted if you're not. Jacob George and Cold Machine. Here it's here. Let's go, gentlemen.
Searching all these vacant eyes, I'm making ordinary somethings, getting over amount to nothing. I'm moving forward and I'm walking backwards. It's taking me over and I'm overreacting like it's 3 a.m. on Sunday, and I can't remember my own name. She hits me like a sudden rain. She never talks to me, so I take her lead. She's a cold machine. We are non-existent and I'm just a bother. I'm feeling no resistance, I just want to get to know her. I try to shake this feeling, but she's got a hold on me. I'm moving forward and I'm walking backwards. It's taking me over and I'm overreacting like it's 3 a.m. on Sunday. I can't remember why I came. She hits me like a sudden rain. She never talks to me, so I take her lead. She's a cold machine. And I know it's not really love at all. And I know she don't have the right, oh no, but I can't get her out of my mind. Hits me like a sudden rain. So I take her lead. She's a cold machine. She hits me like a sudden rain. She never talks to me, so I'll take her lead. She's a cold machine, like a sudden rain. She never talks to me, so I take her lead. She's a cold machine.
Hey, Jacob George. Fantastic, brother. Absolutely love you, man. I swear to God. Welcome to the show, Swilly. Stephen Williams, another guest tonight. What a character he has. Wait till you meet him. Right, so let's go with the compliments for Jacob. Let's start in the top row here. Glenn, then Steve. Glenn?
Jacob, that's great. I was just, because there was no video, I was kind of visualizing in my head, and I was feeling a driving open highway kind of a vibe. It's just because the song had kind of a flow where the it's almost like the music flowed ahead of the vocal a little bit, you know what I mean? And then the vocal would kind of have that answer. That's the feeling I was getting. I love the guitar sound. It was kind of, I don't know, was that a phaser on the guitar? I wasn't sure. I really thought that was cool.
Yeah, like a carbon copy.
Yeah, nice. I love a song where with a great title where you get to pay off the chorus with the title, you know, and when you did that stop in the tune and we're able to just have the vocals say Cold Machine, that was, yeah, really nice touch. So great job.
Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, I like that driving imagery for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you're honestly, you're absolutely amazing, Jacob. Steve, then Brad. Steve.
Jacob, I really loved that. It was the kind of sound that I can really get into. But I, having said that, I was trying to work out, like, who did it remind me of, if anybody? And I hit on sort of Tom Petty. I could hear kind of Tom Petty there. And it was just brilliant.
Thank you. I love Tom Petty. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Well, Jade's our next guest, so we'll give you the last compliment, Jade, right? Because you'll be on next. So Brad, then Swilly. Brad?
Liked it a lot. I like the way you put it together. It sounds new and modern, but it also sounds like you drew from way back also. And, you know, someone my age, I know I'm older than you, it reminds me of stuff I even heard as far as back as like the 70s or further back even. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the music I love and I, you know, came up listening to. So I'm glad that comes across.
Everyone's going to hear the name Jacob George. You're going to make it, Jacob. So we've got Swilly, then Scott, then Tim.
All right. Hey, I think it sounded awesome. Really good production, catchy hooks, stuff that can help you remember the song. Tons of different references. I would feel that song would fall into all kinds of genres, so it would really make it radio friendly for sure. Well done. Yeah. Nice work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well said. Scotty, then Tim.
I'm definitely going with Steve. Definitely a Tom Petty kind of vibe kicking off to me. And just like the last man had just said, it's very radio worthy, very tasteful. And as the other man said as well, I could kick back, take a ride down the road and go enjoy maybe a tent in a cabin or something, man. It was wonderful, very pleasant.
Right on. That's great. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. So we've got Tim, then Tejas, and then Jade, the gemstone. Tim?
Yeah, I just want to say that song sucked me right in.
Nice.
I mean, I got to listening to it and I felt like I was in that same position as what you were singing about. And that's what a great artist does, is when they're able to convey a feeling out to the audience, the public, and they can just get latched on to the song and feel that emotion. Brother, that's going to be a hit. And I ditto what Scotty and Steve said. I thought Tom Petty, that's first thing in my head. I just thought the whole thing was great. You did a great job on that.
Thank you, guys. Those some serious compliments comparing me to Tom Petty. I mean, that's super nice. And that's what I try to do with every song is, you know, make that connection and try to draw listeners in and, you know, use imagery and really tell that story. That's what it's all about. So thank you guys so much.
Very special ones. You've got two more compliments. You've got Tejas, and in fact, three. Kirsty's come back on camera. Tejas, then Kirsty, then Jade. Tejas?
First of all, like, amazing, you know, melodies. Like, I was singing along by the end of it.
Thank you.
As Mr. Glenn said, you know, you can imagine yourself driving off to the sunset, listening to this beat. And as others said that it can be heard on the radio. it's radio friendly, but also I think it will be good on in a concert setting. I can imagine a crowd singing along and going wild listening to this. Amazing production, amazing voice. Keep it up, mate.
Thank you so much. That's one of our favorite ones to play live. It's a fun one with the band. You know, lots of breaks and those choruses, the call and response. Yeah, that's fun.
Well said, well said. Kirsty, then Jade. Kirsty?
Yeah, do you know what? That's exactly what I was going to say, Tijaz. I would love to see you perform live, Jacob. I want to go to your concert. Actually, no, you can come to the UK and we'll come see you.
For sure. Thank you.
No, I can't wait to hear you live.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you guys will have me. That'll be great.
We're ready for you.
Me too. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Hey, Jade, what's your thoughts here, my dear?
Love Jacob George Band. Like, he always, every time I hear his music, like, it's always good. It's never I'm never disappointed. So like everybody said, literally I could piggyback off at what everybody said. Like, excellent. Like, especially like he said, the way you capped off the hook with the title of the song, like Tajman said, I was singing the song by then with you too, like a cold machine. Like, I like it. I love it.
Thank you. Likewise. It's always good seeing you. Thank you.
Well said. Jacob, thanks for being a marvelous guest. I hope you can hang around. Jade's up next, so at least hang around for Jade. I know you're busy in time schedule, but I hope you can stay for the rest of the show, man. Jacob George, everyone, the Jacob George Band. Fantastic future you have. Now, on we go with the show. Next is Jade Gemstone from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jade, you're muted, dear. How are you, my wee dear?
Hi. Yes. Hi. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, we're all good. Good to see you here again. Thanks for coming back. And Jade, could you tell everyone who is Jade the Gemstone? What type of musician are you? And I'll ask you about your song in a minute.
I am a singer, songwriter, creative. I'll just cap it off of that. I do a lot of things, but I love to write music that is inspiring and can encourage people, especially to heal, because I just feel like we all individually heal then, and we're all living in like this peace bubble, then technically we're living in peace. So I feel like we could all like heal, and by healing, it's like, you know, loving yourself more importantly, but I think that would like really change the world. So that is my goal. That is my mission, to help change the world.
Yeah.
Like,
we've got your back here, and you're very valued over in Pennsylvania. We love you to bits, Jade. So your second song is called Divine Connection. What's the story behind that? Divine Connection.
Divine Connection it's more so leaning into the subgenre that I created, which is classic trap gospel. I love trap beats and I love Jesus, but I'm not an R&B singer and I'm not a gospel singer either, but I think that a good message is always important. So this song really leans into the whole classic trap gospel genre. Divine Connection is about that relationship that you have with God, and not just the relational aspect, the connection, but also the protection that comes with that relationship. So yeah, I hope everybody likes it. This is actually the first time it's going to be like premiering to everybody. I just dropped the entire EP last night. So this is the first time everybody's going to hear Divine Connection like on this type of platform, because I've performed it live, but I'm excited for you guys to see the lyrical visuals.
Jade the Gemstone, your world-class lyrics, I swear to God, there's not many that's on your level, I swear, in this world. So if you don't know Jade the Gemstone, enjoy Divine Connection by Jade Gemstone. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
happened yet. Deja vu, but in future tense. Premonition like visions, yeah. Supernatural confirmation. Seeing all the signs align in time. Number sequence, you know it's divine. Confirmation from a stranger light. You should do what you've been thinking.
Like, wait, how you know what I'm thinking?
That's his confirmation. Divine connection. This connection ain't the same. See it from a different angle. Protection from a different plane. Run up, you're done up by my angels. You can think that it's a game until you see his hand move. It's different, no, it ain't the same. Stay with the blessings, cause I'm grateful. Stay with the blessings, cause I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Stay with the blessings, cause I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I can tell when he's been listening. Prayers answered, blessings given. Favor poured, overflowing. Ask for wisdom, I'll be knowing. Never lacking what I'm asking. More in store, so I'm in action. What I need comes with the package, including life everlasting. This connection ain't the same. See it from a different angle. Protection from a different place. Run up, get done up by my angels. You can think that it's a game until you see his hand move. It's different, no, it ain't the same. Stay with the blessings, cause I'm grateful. This connection ain't the same. See it from a different angle. Protection from a different place. Run up, get done up by my angels. You can think that it's a game until you see his hand move. It's different, no, it ain't the same. Stay with the blessings, cause I'm grateful.
Fantastic, Dave. Absolutely love it. Love it. I can't wait to see what's next for you and your career grow. Tim Consley's first turn meet there. Tim, what's your thoughts there, brother?
Jade, you know I love you and your music, girl. And we've already established that you and I are brother and sister. We are in the same family. And girl, that was heavy. That was so good. Girl, I felt an impartation out of that. Girl, that was just that good. And I believe divinely inspired. Most absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Sure. Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Love you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay. Jacob, then Steve. Jacob?
Yeah, that was really cool. That was like a Beyonce Gregorian chant crossover, really cool vibe. And the visual was really cool too, because it it's such a like ethereal feeling song with those chants. And the smoky effect was really cool. So I thought that, lyric videos sometimes look kind of goofy, but that one was really cool. It worked. That was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, no worries. Nice job.
Well said, well said. So the screen's moving around a bit. Steve, then Glenn, then Swilly.
Jade, I thought that was simply beautiful. And I just want to say, what Jacob was saying, that basically it was a lyric video, and the lyrics kind of fitted against, the smokiness you had in the background there. So it was very watchable while you were listening, to what you were singing. And it was, as I say, it was just beautiful.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys saying that, because it was a project, and it was a project.
Well, it was a project. It was a project that worked.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well said, Steve. Well said. Glenn, Swilly, then Scotty.
Jade, as Jacob put in the chat, congratulations on the EP. That's always an achievement and an exciting day for you. I love the lyric video. On a funny note, nice choice of font. I thought the font worked really well. I make lyric videos too, so it's not something to just be. You have to work at that, right?
Right.
And I thought, as someone else mentioned, that the lyric video, although it's a lyric video, it kind of went beyond just a lyric video. It really was as the track was, very hypnotic and worked in a way that was more than just a lyric video. So well done on that. And the last thing I'll say is I also love trap beats. I love the dynamic possibilities of it's a perfect example of what you don't, notes that you don't play, the things that aren't there. So when you subtract, it brings a lot of power. It's kind of a reverse dynamic, and it's really, really well done. So beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well said, well said. Swilly, then Tejas, then Scotty, if that's okay.
All right. Wow. Hey, man, you got a voice. I would say super important to make sure all your inflections and all that really cool stuff that really draws you into your vocals is paid attention to. Quick question, is this your first EP or release? Or
this is my first EP, but this is actually the second song, I guess, that's like being premiered on Top Talent, because I have a single out that's called Worthy. So that's out, and I actually, like, along with the entire EP project that I dropped all lyrical visuals. So some of them are just lyrics, and some are like stories in between. But all of them are now released, and this is the second one that's like public.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to hear your voice widen a little bit, and some of that magic that I can see that people would absolutely love. I think you have massive potential, amazing vocalist, very clear, bang on with your notes. The backup vocals that you did, again, amazing. Super impressed. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well said, Swilly. I think she's just teasing us with her voice now, but she can really do. Honestly, wait till you see.
Yeah.
Tejas, Scotty, then Brad, and then we're on to our next guest, S-Cams. So Tejas.
So first of all, congratulations on the EP release. It's always great to put great music out. So I would like to say, I was noting down stuff. So I really like the lyrics, deja vu, but in future tense. Like that stood out to me for some reason. I also like the contrast. Like in the beginning, there were angelic oohs, and then the trap beat comes in, just throwing the listener off guard. I'm not familiar with your music, and Yeah, it threw me off guard in the best possible way, and I really loved the production and your voice. Keep singing. It was incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well
That's
said.
the idea. We want to trap you with the sound. Yep.
Brilliant, brilliant. Scotty Carnes, then Brad. Scotty?
Love the message behind it. You're definitely a grateful lady of the blessings that you receive. Count your blessings. It's definitely in there. And I love how you took the acapella style to your voice and put it to that trap beat. I heard you come in chiming with them little hymn-like things, and then I hear and them hi-hats start to come in and rain. Good way to mix a progression and chord melody kind of way to the side of it. It was beautiful. I would have never thought it would have sound so great. Wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. This is all God. This entire project. Somebody else mentioned it. Matter of fact, it was Tim. Tim already know, like this whole project, all God. This is all a co-creation from him. Lyrics, melodies, like picking out the actual beats, every aspect. When I say ad libs, I'm in the booth like, okay, I need something to go with this. And he's literally, this is all him. So I appreciate you guys saying that. Like, it's a blessing to be a blessing.
Well, there's still a couple of more compliments. So Brad, then Trav the Poet, then S Cams, if you want to say anything. I think you're just coming at the end here. And welcome to the show as well, Port Nazim, Frank, another guest tonight. Brad and Trav, what's your thoughts here finally?
Everything's fine. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, Frank. We'll get to you in a wee second, brother. Sorry, dude. 2 more compliments here. Brad and then Trav. Sorry, my confusion. I caused that. Brad?
But she really is blessed. She's got a voice of an angel. Angel. You sound like an angel that has some soul in the singing. Like the little gravel you put in your voice. Enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you. The project is actually called Angel Music because I kind of picture the angels like vibing to it. Like, like I always imagine them like vibing, like, because it's as beautiful and as sweet as God is, like, he ain't nothing to play with. Like, he people be thinking that it's sweet sometimes, and it's like, yeah, he's sweet, but it's not a gang. Like, and I just picture the angels like angels, like they like a gang, like they gangster. Like, this is not what you think. Like, and I just love that God has allowed me to like bring all of the elements like that he's in, like, allowed me to envision anyway together, like all of those aspects. So thank you. I really appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well said. Well said. Trav, and then Trav the Poet, then we get to S Cams. Trav, what was your thoughts?
I have to go, guys.
Brad, thank you. You've been here all day. One love, brother. Love you, man.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
That's off the top talent.
Hey, come tomorrow if you can. If you get any spare time, the same ticket, get you in here. You know, one love, brother. Cheers, Brad. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Nice one.
Enjoy it.
Nice one. Thank you. Trav the Poet, what's your compliments on your your fellow faith person? And you know, you love God just as much as Jade. So what's your thoughts, Trav?
Yeah, I actually wasn't able to hear it because this lady came to view my apartment. So I muted. I didn't want to interrupt them, but I want to know what the song was because I already know Jade's voice and her songs are amazing. So I want to hear the song for myself. So I want to look it up. So let me know what the song is, and then I will give you my feedback in here, and I'll DM it to you.
It's called Divine Connection, dude. Beautiful name of the song. Never forget that. Divine Connection. So Jade, Jade, would you like to say something else here, Media?
Yes, real quick. So Trav, also I appreciate you saying that. But the link for the entire playlist for the EP is actually in my bio and Instagram. So if you go there, you can like click on that and you'll be able to listen to all the songs. But Divine Connection is the one that we reviewed today. And I just also want to say real quick that this song was mixed at 639 hertz. And like the point of that is that it's a frequency that allows you to like that helps with like communication and harmony and like connections. So like obviously for obvious reasons, like I chose that particular frequency, but like I told you guys before, like I just want people to heal, and I think that frequencies have a potential to help heal, but also the lyrics, you know, and then just the connection that you hopefully develop with God. Like that's the main goal. I just want to encourage people to like really seek that connection, because it's a good one. It's a good one.
Absolutely. I'll veto that. Jade the Gemstone, everybody. One love, Jade. You're a
Thank
nice start.
you.
Until the next time. Check it out, everyone. Welcome to the show, Janny. Janny's been an absentee the last few shows, but she's back. Nice to see your face again, Miss Alabama. Top Talent Promotions Alabama, Janny Chalmers. Right, so coming up next, S-Cams. S-Cams, brother, how are you, dude?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
No, pleasure, man. Could you tell everyone, who is S-Cams? What type of music do you do, brother?
Well, I started off rapping, but I actually have gotten into country music. I do a little bit of everything. The song that we're going to review today is a pop song that I made with a producer friend of mine.
You're another member of the family with a killer beard. There's something about the beard boys in this family.
Thank you.
S-Cams, what's the story behind your song Heart on the Ground?
Heart on the Ground is a song about, it's a breakup song about a girl who told me that I wasn't the one.
I lost. Oh, sorry, I thought you were still talking there. So that was nice and short and sweet. I thought you were going to keep going there. I was doing my multitasking.
Sorry, no, I don't. I thought we were going to review a different song, so I was a little thrown off by that. Are we going to review Heart on the Ground?
Yeah, it was the YouTube one. Sorry if I get mixed up. I've got the YouTube video to play, but I'll bring you on another show during the week to feature your other song, if that's okay.
Sure.
It is a Heart on the Ground I've got on video here.
That's great.
It's a breakup story song, and one and only S-Cams. Get acquainted with his music. Heart on the Ground, S-Cams. Well, everybody, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Making
We've been here before, I can't keep it going. Love ain't here no more, gotta keep it moving. Last chance, last dance, last avenue. Past tense, someone that I once knew. What was real, there's no way of knowing. I'll never forget the look when you told me we weren't meant to be. Now I'm lonely. I'm not the one, it's all for fun. Vacated your crown, left my heart on the ground. Your love's in doubt, you count me out. No turning back now, crush my heart on the ground. No turning back now, crush my heart on the ground. Said it before, I'll say it again. Thought this was love, how could it end? How could you leave? I wore my heart on my sleeve. I begged you to stay, my love, you gave it away. Guess there's just no way of knowing. My love, you gave it away. I hope it's hard where you end up going. My love, you gave it away. We were meant to be, now I'm lonely. I'll never forget the look when you told me I'm not the one, it's all for fun. Vacated your crown, left my heart on the ground. Your love's in doubt, you count me out. No turning back now, crush my heart on the ground. I'm not the one, it's all for fun. Vacated your crown, left my heart on the ground. Your love's
S-Cams, ladies and gentlemen. Centino Studios. S-Cams. Fantastic, brother, fantastic. So I want to get the first question in. What's next for you, bro? What projects are you working on at the moment? Oh, you're muted there, Mark. You're muted, so is everyone. Unmute yourself if you want to get a wee question in here.
I'm working on some country music now.
Nice one, dude. I can't wait to see. You know, you look like your average country and western star, honestly. And see, when I've seen people trying to beat you up in your video, I'm like, yeah, that's not real. You'd flatten a lot of them, wouldn't you? But yeah, great track, man. Great track. Let's go with Trav and then Jade. Trav?
Yeah, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like this, the vibe of the track, the video matched everything of what you were talking about. We've all gone through what you were talking about, so I definitely was feeling it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Me too. Jade, what's your thoughts here, dear?
Yes, I love the visual, but the music was really good. Like, I really like your lyrics and I like your sound. Like, I heard you say that you're a rapper, but like also you do like country music. So I love that, like that mashup. That's like really cool. And the sound is really dope. Like, I love it. I love it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's something I actually pride myself on, is that I do multiple genres.
That's hot.
Well said, well said. I bet you're a bouncer at the weekends as well. You should be doing. You don't even need to do anything. People will just take one look and say, "Hey, don't mess with whoever you're with, brother." I swear. I think you look like the toughest man in the family by far, definitely. And I know that's maybe not a compliment, but in a manly way, it kind of is, isn't it? So, Frank, would you like to say something? Frank from Port Nazim. Hey, brother.
Yes, hi. I'm on now. Sorry, I had some trouble. I have to apologize first because I'm moving to a new house now. That you see with my clothes, they're probably dirty, and I'm packing boxes and moving things and feeding cows in between because we're moving to an old farmhouse. So it's a bit trouble time. So I just joined 10 minutes ago. I heard that track and I was quite impressed. I like it. The deep groove and this cool laid back vocals, and it's something I really like. I'm not a very visual type. I listen to music and don't really care about the visuals, but what I saw, I loved it. Go on.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And I'm really excited to hear the song before that I didn't hear because all the positive comments made me really curious now. So,
hey, brother, you'll get a chance to see it. Absolutely. Frank, can I just ask you what your location is at the moment? Where are you, brother?
I'm in Italy for the moment. Originally from Germany. I was born in Germany, but lived a long time in the US and Canada. And as things go, I met a wife from Italy, and we're moving to Italy now. So I'm not really on vacation. Vacation means I'm working. I'm working to move into that house, to finish the house and moving in. Next week we are settled, and then I have more time and also concentrate on making new music. And we're building a small studio here.
Nice one. Frank, I know you're new to the family, and Kirsty's been doing a lot of talks. So I was just very curious about where you were from Italy. That's great. Tejas, then Steve, what's your thoughts there? Tejas in India?
I was really, really impressed by, the production and the voice, like the low end, it was killer. The only artist that I can, compare it to is Lil Nas X. And like, I really love the production and the music video. Awesome stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if I, listen to this song chart up high on the charts, if you get what I mean. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if it charted up the Billboard charts and stuff. It has very mainstream pop appeal to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I agree, bro. I agree. Steve, then Tim.
Well, I'd just like to actually echo what Teja said, because I could hear it as a very professional track there, and I could see it being in a Billboard charts or maybe like in a film or TV or something. It had that kind of vibe to it, that professionalism, and what I mean by that is that the song was as good as the production, and as good as the video, what was going on in the video. It all kind of blended together. It was all on that level. Really excellent work. And having said that, I'm going to have to leave you all now. So that's my last comment. But it's been really great being here.
Steve, thank you. You've been with us for 6 hours, man. Thank you very much. Love you to bits, brother. I'll speak to you soon, right? Yeah, man. Hey, Steve. Steve Andrews. Cheers, brother.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, bro. So we've got Glenn, then Kelly Bars, then Tim, then our next guest, Swilly. So Glenn, first of all, please.
Yeah, I really loved the track too. I thought I like the way you tied the visuals, like the metaphor of the lyrics, which just kind of got that heartbreak vibe, and the visuals are kind of really reflected that in a really clever way. I also really felt the pain of the heartbreak aspect, which you mentioned you're also write country music, so obviously you're familiar with heartbreak, and you'll be writing more about it. So yeah, that was really cool, and I thought that came across really in a really great way. You know, a lot of times songs like that can come across as angry. People kind of default to an angry delivery, but you just kind of kept it with almost internalized, but you're sharing it with the audience, if that makes sense. Yeah, great stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well said. Scott, Tim, then Swilly. Scott?
Yes, I absolutely agree with most of the people. I see it in charts. I see it topping some music charts, and the production all together, well engineered.
Thank you.
Well
you
said.
have a great team that I'm working with.
Yeah, bro, you're special, man. You're special. You're a busy guy. You're touring and all the rest of it. You just stopped your tour. Riff Master, then Swilly.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was just a professional project all the way around. I mean, from the video to the music, and man, your voice. When you started, I had not heard any of your music before. When you started, it was not what I expected, but it was a lot more than what I expected. I mean, I thought your voice was just as professional and as polished as it could be. Great job.
Thank you. That means a lot. Incredible. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. Swilly, Steve Swilly.
Again, I'm going to say what a great commercial ready song. I could easily see that being utilized in movies or anything that someone's looking to draw emotion out. Lots of work on that video. Videos are a ton of work. Everything is like a whole new job, and I think you did a great job there. Really brought you in, and you couldn't help but watch it. Well done. Way to go.
Thanks.
You know. Well
said. Well said. S-Cams, thanks for being a marvelous guest, man. And let's bring all your tracks on here. Right, come on, this is a festival, but I'm doing the 1010 podcast every day of the week, starting Tuesday. Once a month, we're going to do a festival, but I might organize it a bit better the next time, like 10 minutes each, just 15 minutes for like forcing people to talk for too long and stuff like that. But thanks for coming. I almost got you perfect in time. S-Cams, everyone. Till the next time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Can I ask one thing? What's your name, S-Cams? Your first name?
My actual name is Kent.
Kent. Okay, thank you, man. Marky Sparky. S-Cams, everybody. Cheers, bud. Cheers.
Thank you.
On to our next guest is Mr. Swilly. Swilly, how are you, brother?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised by all this. I wasn't expecting how this all works. So great work, everybody. Wow.
Dude, we're just winging it. We're just going with the flow and see if we can do it, and we can do it. So could you introduce yourself? Who is Swilly? What do you do and what type of music? And then I'll ask you about a song. A certain song.
Okay. So Swilly is basically, we're kind of spread all around North America. We do everything via the internet. So there's 4 or 5 guys, and everybody contributes. I typically will write the beginning of the song and the structure, and then everybody adds their parts thereafter. So we actually haven't all played together live. We're basically an internet band. We do it for fun. And I love meeting all the different artists out there, like everybody that's here. And there's a lot of amazing talent. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell.
Bro, you take one look at you, you can just tell you're fully fun and you're just such a nice guy. Look at that big smile he's got. Swilly.
My life is a shit show.
Well, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. What's your song "More Than I Can Hold" about? Right, what's that all about? And then I'll let everyone get acquainted.
We were just having a lot of fun. Some of the older artists will probably recognize who we're kind of bringing in, and we brought in different artists, kind of mimicking them in a way, kind of having fun with it. And the song itself is just basically careful what you wish for, because often you can't really control all the things that you have. So that's it, basically.
Without further ado, let's go for it. Swilly and his song "More Than I Can Hold." Absolutely brilliant. You'll be grinning from ear to ear here. One love, everyone.
I
fantastic, man. What a track.
Thanks.
Absolutely awesome. So, yeah, what's up next for you, dude?
Oh man, we're just finishing our Christmas album, so it's been a great summer recording that stuff. That's about it. We're just always recording, just having fun. Good
nice
times.
One. See what's next year. Fantastic. Scott Cairns, what's your thoughts there?
Love the fact that you could collab so well between each other. You've not met each other or what?
No, I've met several of the artists in person. The lead guitarist, I have been playing with him since I was about 10. we were in jazz together in elementary school. Yeah.
Okay, very impressive though that you could get along so well and collaborate and elaborate over everything you need to be doing to get these things accomplished, man. You should give yourself a pat on the back and be very proud. Very, very good production.
Thank you.
Well, he's not got 7,000 followers for nothing on YouTube. That's very hard to get. So we've got Glenn, Tejaz, Tim, then our next guest, Port Nazim. So Glenn, then Tejaz, then Tim.
Yeah, great track, great production, definitely. Like the sort of the rhythm track of it. I was getting a Police vibe from it. I don't know why, but maybe it was that. Maybe it was the guitar. I think was kind of giving me that Andy Summers thing. Yeah, great song. Tons of great dynamics. Nice arrangement. Yeah, top notch. Absolutely great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. Tejaz, then Tim. Tejaz.
Really amazing track. I was just typing stuff down what to say. I really like the multi-layered vocals. They really added made the vocals really full, and I really enjoyed it sounded older but also newer with the muted guitars. They were pretty amazing. The guitar solo, it was great. The guitar tune was amazing. And the visuals, the video was amazing as well. And what I really liked was the different stops in the track. They were really unpredictable for me, and they really grabbed me in and hooked me up. So pretty amazing song. Keep it up, guys.
Thank you. Very kind.
Well said. Well said. Well said. So Tim, and then Port Nazim. Tim.
Yeah, I really like the music. That's some good stuff there. I thought not only was the music great, I thought the visuals in the video went along well with it. Like the part with the moon just slowly ascending up into the sky. I mean, I just thought the whole thing was just spot on. You did a great job with it.
Thank you again. Very kind.
Well said, well said. What you want to say, Frank? You want to say something before we get to your section, brother?
Yeah, let me say something about the song, because it really, I had to smile. You saw this probably on the screen, and I typed down some notes because it's a bit of the music I grew up with in my teens. You can see from my hair color that I'm not 25, I'm a bit older. So they had this killing, joking, psychedelic first vibe in the back. So really what I really like, but to combine this into something unique, not copying this, but I really brought back some things like known feelings. I like it, really like it. I like it with a fatter production, but it has some late 80s vibe in it. I really like it.
Yeah, we be old. Our stuff, we go all over the place, and we just do something because we like it, and that's it. So thank you.
Well said, well said, well said. I'm just going to let everyone know something now. We're going to shut the podcast an hour early because it's just a little bit confusing towards the end. There's 3 or 4 acts. I'm going to ask them to come at any time tomorrow. But we've got Port Nazim, then Crash World, then Berserk, then Sano Hill. And then, unfortunately, because I'm falling asleep on the job as well, we're going to just offer the other 4 people anytime tomorrow and they can crash it. So thanks for being a wonderful guest there, Swilly, bro.
Thank you.
Till the next time, dude. Hang around to the end of the show. Coming up next is Frank from Italy, Port Nazim. Hi, Frank.
Hi there. let me put this first. This is not a really representative song of what we do, because it's really, we started off as a power trio like 11, 12 years ago. I made with a bass player that I made music with for I think 30 years now. Yeah, it's 30 years now that we do music together. And we had the limitation of a power trio. Just wanted to be a band and do everything with 3 people, very busy, trying to put everything on stage, creating a fat sound, and that it worked. It was right in the underground alternative vibe, I would say, somewhere between indie and 80s alternative. But since I told this before, I'm moving to Italy now, I had to change this because, of course, the band doesn't exist anymore. We turned this more into a project now, which is quite more in a direction that is, I would say, a balance between heavy riffing and progressive music, because I have a lot of people who work with me now, violin, bouzouki, keyboards, zither, oud. We have a lot of things going on, so it's more complex what we do now. But I picked this song that you hear now because it's a pleasant indie song, like an indie pop song, I would say. Quite short, not even 3 minutes long, and dripping with irony, because I wrote this when I was younger, so about a passionate love story that turns into a 2-night stand in the end, and everybody being frustrated in the end, but you can still smile about this. And it's still a strange thing about with the mixed vocals, female, male, it's still a bit of a crowd pleaser between all the heavy things that we do otherwise, the heavy lyrics and this 7/8, 16/4 sounds that we do, and the layered guitars and layered keyboards. This is really easy, just 12-string guitar, 6-string guitar, vocals, and a short guitar solo that is really easy to digest. And I have to say that in the end, when we play live, is the most successful song still. We haven't played live for 2 years, by the way. Since COVID, this is the next thing that will come for the, I would say, at least for the beginning of the winter, when we can play indoors again here in Italy. So I have to find out, sort everything out.
Yeah, hurry up there, Daisy. Listen, Frank, what the song is Brown Eyes. It's by your band, Port Nazim. What a talented bunch you are. If you're not acquainted with their music yet, Port Nazim, Brown Eyes. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
She had legs a middle distance runner, and she came Tuesday, and left me Friday night. She ran her legs right through my brain. She sucked my mind out, and ripped my soul out, and left me Friday night. She said your eyes are brown, mine too. She blinded my eyes, took nothing but lies. We both enjoyed our part. Her eyes are brown, it's true. Her legs were strong, like her own tongue. Yeah, we both enjoyed our part.
Port Nazim, everybody. Port Nazim. one of the newest members of the family. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see what's next, and I can't wait to get on the live scene again, get a video recorder, get someone videoing you. Tim, the riff master, what's your thoughts there? Tim and then Glenn.
Oh man, I just loved it, loved it, loved it. I love anything that's guitar driven like that song was. I thought it sounded great. I love the aspect of having a male versus female voice in the song. I thought that worked out well. The guitars were just, there were times that they were just kind of smooth and times that, man, they got on the grungy side. Just excited me. I loved the song. Good job.
Thank you.
Well said, Tim. Well said. And Tim will be your biggest fan tomorrow, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Glenn,
I've already got them followed and everything. So
faster than me, I know you. Glenn and then Swilly. Glenn.
I loved it too. Really, I don't know. I hope this is cool, but it really gave me a Stranglers vibe. I was right away. I was like, oh man, this is cool. Just the way the instrumentation was. I loved as well. I loved when that kind of major chord stab would kind of da 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 da, and that just continued to set the song up kind of over and over again. And then when you introduce the male and the female vocal, I agree with Tim. It was really, really great. I would definitely want to hear that one again.
Well said. Well said. Well said. Scotty, what's your thoughts up there, man, Mr. Ohio?
I love it. It kept me back then, but it also brought me to now with just the original groove and riff, and the way he had a little bit of hardcore tune in with that little lovely classic rock strum. So it's beautiful altogether. Great productions.
Well said. Well said. Well said. Trav, you want to say something? Have you unmuted yourself, brother? I don't know if he has. He's not. It's okay. It's okay. Berserk, would you like to say something before you? Trav's here. Trav, what's your thoughts?
No, I was doing that to show that I was back. Yeah, I just came back. Another person came by the view.
All right, no worries, brother. No worries. Eric, Berserk, would you like to say something before we get to your section, my bro? What's your thoughts here? Oh, you still.
Hey, what's
Eric?
up?
Hey, dude.
Hey, it was cool. I liked it. I didn't get to hear much of it. I was kind of fighting with my kids real quick, trying to set this up.
You've been here for hours. I've seen you, but yeah, man. What's your thoughts on Port Nazim? Yeah, awesome, man.
I didn't get to hear most of it, but what I heard, it was cool. Nice, like I was fighting with my kids, trying to set up right now.
I feel you. I feel you.
Sorry
so Frank, thanks for being a wonderful guest, dude. Let's get you on the 1010 podcast, which is much quicker format. It's only 10, artists, and it's coming every day after Tuesday. So Frank and his Port Nazim, everybody. Wonderful band.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what's next. So we've got two artists left. We've got Berserk, and we're going to end the show with the beautiful Silver and Blackbeard. All right, Glenn? So Berserk. Right. Berserk, could you introduce us? Who is Berserk? What type of music do you do, brother?
I guess like hip hop, R&B, whatever in that area. I just create just because I love doing it. Been doing it forever. So I just took a break, and that's what this song I think you're gonna play is
Refresh.
I took a break for the first time for like 3 months recently, and I just a couple weeks ago maybe started back up, and that was like I made everything on that one just on the iPad. I even used the AirPods to mix it. So
it's a song from SoundCloud, so it's going to be great audio. There's no video along with this one, but do you know Berserk was like a masked? He had his face for years as a rapper, and he unmasked himself on one of our shows, and it was quite great to see. Talk about beards, hey, Berserk's probably get the biggest one, so we need to make a beard gang, so we do. Berserk and his song Refresh. Everybody sit back and enjoy. One love. This guy's unique. There's only one Berserk. We love you, brother. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Is it playing? How does it play? Why is it not playing? It's on mute, so I'll start it back again. Terrible error.
Targeting everything, especially my inner thoughts. It's me, myself, I'm against. Own opponent, own it. I know this I'm hopeless. But I won't give up shit, it's either this or poverty. Could give a damn, nobody's stopping me. Cause ain't nobody bothering the business that I'm offering. It got me where I ought to be. This music just a part of me, an art form, pottery. Internally it's humbling. Written in anthology, well laid in a verse. How I do it audibly, oddly, an oddity, or different type geometry. Anything possible, possibly mind of my own and a lot of curiosity. This gotta know, there be those with velocity. And anything goes, I suppose, hard mahogany, but properly. Off them trees, it be weed, admitting my relief, be a little bit of heat. When underneath, we're gonna set you free, ability to think though, allowing you to breathe. Oh, gotta find a better way of the verbs and go east, sitting sideways. Get a go, I eat, highly fine by me to make a purchase I need. I know. Eat highly fine by me to make a purchase I need. Get it what you want. I know. Get it what you want, no talk. Don't tell me what the fuck for. I know. Get it what you want, no talk. Ain't no thievery there, but see they always get me. Can't leave a thing out here. And if I happen to catch them, they gon' feel that stress. The eyes, the knees, the nose, the chest. Let out all the pain that I must digest. Skull cap, no brain, chest, heart collapse, lungs, no breath. I'd relax instead, bang my chest, take it too far. In mind, realize it ain't shit like clearing up the rocks of those that ride the bench. Not doing shit, the problem, you the issue here. Finish what started, it's been years and still couldn't call the worst one, gave them all the best. Ever since birth, had the push to win. Though I lost a lot, the racial spread, still big with countless attempts on go now making threats. You say there's bread, it's what I expect, life or death, nah, it ain't no tease. Some don't care to live, shit, surviving, dying scheme. Some not need a trip, if it's so I guess. With a technique using knowledge, what might seem complex, a giant yes. I don't think you hearing me, them demons feel their energies. Apparently stupid shit, no empathy. I know. Get it what you want, no talk. Don't tell me what the fuck for. I know. Get it what you want, no talk.
Absolutely brilliant. Was that first time I've heard that, man? Absolutely. Class, brother. Class, man. You're muted there, my dude. Let's let the fellow rapper get in there first. We'll say Scotty, then Glenn. Scotty, what was your thoughts there, brother?
Man, I'm always impressed with his style and lyricisms. I love the hell out of his music when I hear something new because he's got such an exquisite freestyle and off bar melody rhyming scheme, man, that everything fits to a piece with such an intellect. And that's what I love about Berserk, man. Very well done, brother. Very unique.
I appreciate that. And I'm happy that it's noticed, like how I piece it all together. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all about timing. And I don't know. I just try to keep that melody, try to keep the feel. It's more the feel that I go for, though, for the most part, trying to express what so you can feel what I'm feeling kind of when I'm in the mix and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of, but
emotions in the body and mind, man, as well.
Yeah. So it's cool that you notice how I piece it together. That's what's up.
I think you lads should do something as well. You know, the fellow rappers and the fellas need to do stuff together. You know, you need to, absolutely need to. Glenn, what's your thoughts there, dude? Glenn and Tim, the riff master.
Yeah. I really dug it too. The way the vocals, you kind of have different rhythmic schemes going on with your delivery, and it's kind of like grooves within grooves. I really picked up on that and dug that. And the I know refrain was kind of giving me a like, it felt like was like the voice in your head kind of talking to you, you know, and you were just kind of like, we all have that.
Kind of like hypnotized.
Yeah, like you're just telling yourself, yeah, I know. It's just like I'm not sure if that's what the entire lyric was, but that was what it was given me. And sometimes what the listener takes from it is really important, even if it's
Right.
a little bit off the track of what you're trying to do. Because once we give our music to people, it's theirs to experience, right? So yeah, really
and that's
great,
what I'm
man.
trying to do is get you to like actually get your own feel out of it, but in multiple, like the way I write and the way I piece things together is like for multiple people with different, like the way they think and the way they feel. I'd hope that they could all put two together and get the feel out of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, you're getting it, man. You're doing it. It's good. It's happening.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know it could sound better. It was just, I did this on the iPad. I just posted it. I haven't really mastered it.
It sounds great. Yeah, hey, well done.
Not even mastered.
Yeah, and I love your that's the guerrilla way to do it, right? So yeah, good on you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I try to prove to people like you don't have to have all this crazy equipment and all that. I mean, you just gotta feel it. You gotta be confident. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You just got to keep fighting for what you want. And with music, that's like the only way to do it is doing it raw. Because everybody tries to use all these crazy effects, like all these expensive mics. I mean, it's nice, yes, of course, but I'm just showing people like you don't really need all that stuff. You just kind of do your thing and love doing it, and it'll show.
Yeah.
Great question, great answer. Tim, then Trav, then Port Nazim, Frank, Tim?
Yeah, I totally agree with you that you don't have to have expensive equipment and all the bells and whistles to record with. I've got the very simplest, most inexpensive of stuff that I do all my recording with, and it works.
Yeah.
And I thought yours sounded just as good as if you spent all the money to be in a studio when somebody done it. I thought it sounded just as good.
Thank you.
And unique. You have a very unique style that's different from other people. And you can tell by listening to you who it is, because that sound and that feel and that flow, that's you. That's you conveying yourself out through the music.
Right.
So awesome job. Awesome.
Thank you. And that's like 3 days of work. I made the beat, I wrote it, mixed it in 3 days, like from nothing to that, like just so awesome. Cool. It's been awesome hearing what you had to say. It's very, very nice.
Well said. Trav, then Frank. Trav?
Yeah, I was just going to echo some of the things that Tim said. I like your uniqueness, that you are a complete artist, meaning like a lot of some people who rap, like they don't really contribute to the production aspect of it, but you put together all of that, and it was able to flow even more nicely. Like you weren't just ripping YouTube beats, There's a place for that, but I really like when artists can be a part of the whole process. So I really appreciated that, and it just showed in the whole song, the way it just gelled, the way you flowed over it, the words you were saying. It just was you, and I appreciate what you did, what you offered.
Thank you. And hey, you know what? Like it relates kind of to your music. I heard your music earlier. I was in the podcast, and the positivity and all that stuff. Like that's basically what I'm talking about as well. But I put grime in it. You know what I mean? Kind of
right.
Trying to keep it relatable, but in a positive mind state.
Right.
Yeah. So that's cool, man. Like I appreciate you saying that, because we relate in a lot of ways as well. I feel like.
Yes, sir.
Both awesome talents again. Hook each other up, guys. Frank, what's your thoughts on Berserk here, dude?
It's quite far from what I normally listen to. I have to be honest. That's the good thing about this, because music. 2 things are elemental for me. That is, music has to surprise me, and has to be positively disturbing. and both is there, because I have to see that it's really the laid back vocals, and then the chorus with the steady drum beat going under this, and the creeping vocal, the creep into your ears in the chorus. This is something where this is positively disturbing, because I still have it in my head. I have to be honest, really, it's far from what I normally listen to, but I really like it. I really like the way it's creeping into the brain. I have no words to put it differently from this, but it's really something that sticks. Not like an earworm, something more on a psychological level. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I'm like a
more
mental
what you do.
I'm like a mental fiend, so that kind of, it's cool you saying that, because like I do think a lot, and I think out everything in a sense. Like for the most part, it's all thought out. It's just a lot of years of being thought out, all into like it all just keeps coming together, tightens up for the past 10, 15 years. So it's like I try to keep it original, so I step back and I make my own beats, and I do that for a minute just to get all the original feel. But like that's all psychological, and so like you picking up on that, that's kind of amazing to me.
I can really relate to this. Really, it's something I would definitely check out more. So we have to
hook up. Absolutely. I'll make sure he's hooked up. I'll make sure of it. Everybody, Berserk, you're a legend. You've been I think the first week Kirsty and I met and started promoting music. You joined us, and you've never gave up your faith, and we love you, man. You're one of our favourites, and you're one of the best rappers around, man. So, to Berserk,
you got my love.
Hey, man.
Straight up, appreciate y'all.
So our final act of tonight is Crash World. Glenn MacLeod, could you introduce yourself with that sexy beard, brother? Who is Glenn MacLeod, and what is your Crash World project about? Give us an explanation.
So Crash World is I played in rock bands and big bands and whatnot, like bands with lots of gear for like all my life, and played electric guitar primarily. And Crash World was I quit the last band I was in that was doing that, and I kind of just felt like I needed to do something else and wanted a new kind of challenge. So this kind of came about. Actually, I was at a Nick Cave show, and Mark Lanigan was opening just with Jeff Fielder on guitar, and I was in the front of this theater, and the two of them were playing, and they were doing he had an album out at the time that was a lot of cover tunes, and they were playing like Mac the Knife and You Only Live Twice, and it was just so intimate in this big theater full of people, and it was really cool, really kind of resonated with me. So I got in touch with that former singer and hatched this idea of what about doing something that wasn't about being in the studio all the time, that was more about being in front of people and really intimate, eyeball to eyeball, and playing something like that was different. So acoustic guitar, there's nowhere to hide. It's a big challenge because we've been performing just as a duo. So I got to be everything. I got to be the drums. I got to be everything. So we took on a lot of covers that we'd never played before, genres we never played before, like jazz and real blues and that kind of thing. Did songs from the last 100 years, let all that infuse the writing I did, then started to write. So Crash World, the record, shameless plug here, but we made our record. It's called So the Story Goes. It covers a lot of ground genre-wise. And we're proud of that, like several other people have mentioned that too. And the other thing about it was the question was going to be always, are we going to do this acoustically, or are we going to flesh this out with a band? We decided to flesh it out. So I kind of made the record I'd always wanted to make, and it reflects a lot on the music that I grew up with as a kid that influenced me when I was younger. So I wanted strings, I wanted horns, I wanted all that stuff. I love Paul Buckmaster, those old string arrangements on Elton John and Rolling Stones, Kinks, all that kind of stuff, those T-Rex, all that great stuff he did. So anyway, that's a lot of talk, but that's basically what Crash World is. The song, I know everybody's tired.
Lucky One. What's it? Why did you make Lucky One? Yeah, bro.
So Lucky One is about, it reflects on the person that we've all known at various times in our life. It probably started when we were in school. That guy that you'd look at, or that girl, and they looked like they had it all going on. They seemed like they were the most popular person ever, and life was super easy for them. And, what's the deal with that? And, we all aspired to that. And And then, it does carry on later into life in the music world too, because no matter how great or bad we think we have it, you can always look to someone else and go, man, they're happening. They got it going on. And how did they do that? How did they get there? And then the other aspect of Lucky One is what happens to that person? You know, like nobody cruises their entire life. So if it looks like they're cruising when they're young, what happens to them later? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But anyway, that's basically what Lucky One reflects on. Those are the questions it asks.
You always hear the people's ups. You don't really hear about their downs, don't you? You always see their ups,
right.
You don't see their downs. But everyone's life's a roller coaster, isn't it?
That's what Facebook's for.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'd never spend any time whatsoever in the newsfeed being nosy with other people. I don't have time to do it.
Yeah, me either.
But it is what most people do, or they're just, it's unhealthy that. But let's get acquainted with your music. You're a very welcome addition to the family. Crash World with Lucky One, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. One love.
Hotel isolation is where they send your mail. Hiding out like a criminal with dogs on your trail. You've been a passenger taking a free ride, getting by on good looks. Think the rules don't apply. Well, all of your charm has gone and beauty fades away. How will they remember you, and what will they say? They'll say, there goes the lucky one. You had everything. You lost it all when you took the fall. Now who's the lucky one? Have friends in high places, a street touch of class. But these days your mirror is the bottom of a glass. You grow up a loner. You were a ward of the state. Bounce around this old world, arriving too late. When all of your charm has gone and beauty fades away, how will they remember you, and what will they say? They'll say, there goes the lucky one. You had everything. You lost it all when you took the fall. Now who's the lucky one? You're always untouchable. That's why it seems so hard to believe. We thought you unstoppable. Thought you'd be here forever, never leave. there goes the lucky one, most likely to succeed. Play with a loaded gun, now down on your knees. You're always the lucky one. You had everything, you had everything. But were you happy? Did you have regrets? Were you the lucky
one? Fantastic. Lucky one. Well done, Glenn. You should be very, very proud of that song. I've just got one little announcement to make. If Sano Hill's microphone can be turned on, your mic's not connected. There's going to be one more guest. I can't let Sano down. I've promised him for a long time now. So that was fantastic. Let's go with Port Nazem first. Port Nazem, Frankie boy.
Completely different from the track before. That's really talking about contrast. That's what I like here. Let's make a positive thing at the beginning. I think there was, apart from the very lush and rich arrangement that I like with the strings and with the layered guitars, I like it. And the vocals in the front, I like that they were not so far in the front as they normally are with that kind of music. And you didn't run it through autotune. No? This is good. This is good because they have this kind of roughness against this heartfelt lyrics, against this more traditional arrangement, a bit of roughness in the sweetness of the vocals. That's what I like. Because, you know, today, even Frank Sinatra's music wouldn't be released like this. They'd run it through autotune and it would sound completely boring. This was something that they, Gordon Gaynor, Frank Sinatra, you have many examples of people who would never be able to sing, allowed to sing today like they are. They would be sent through 1,000 autotune programs and it would sound boring. And I would say this was really, and this is the positive thing, authentic, because I received the same comments from my music. There's some intonation problems. I said, yes, they are. And I kept them in. Huh? There are no intonation problem, but the voice is a bit rough. And that's what I like. This smooth country feel in the music and this roughness in the voice that makes it makes it believable, feelable what you're singing.
Right. Yeah.
I love it.
What a beautiful comment.
Thank you very much.
Scott Cairns and Tim Conzi.
As well as he was saying, I love the authenticity and the fact that you kept a rough, rugged, raw vocal to it all, and an originality that you didn't auto-tune it. I don't believe in auto-tune unless it's absolutely necessary. On top of it, the message alone is sometimes we tend to pay attention to those who take off and get everything they need in their life, and we want to get to see that level and be in that business. But us as individuals lack to realize where those people went when we stopped paying attention. And it's just a beautiful message altogether you have in that.
Right on. Thank you. Yeah, that's very true what you're saying. Absolutely.
Well said, well said, well said. Tim, Trav, and then we've got a final last guest of the evening, Sano. Sano, we're nearly running out of time, but we can't. I can't let Sano Hill down. I owe you too much, brother. So we're doing one more. So Trav, would you like to say something? Tim and then Trav. I'm sorry, I'm causing confusion.
Yeah, I just thought the song was just very authentic. I loved the harmony in it. I love the guitar playing in it. It just, like I said, authentic is the word for it.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. So Trav, what would you like to say? And I'd like to welcome Zita to the show as well. Zita, thanks for coming and thanks for building all the posters you've done during the week and stuff like that. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a guest tomorrow, so I can't wait to feature you yourself. So Trav, what's your thoughts on Crash World?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, it was a beautiful record. You know, like everyone said, the authenticity from the guitar playing, the singing, the message, you know, the lucky ones, and just going the behind the scenes of all of that, and just the trials and tribulations that people actually face. Yeah, it was a phenomenal record.
Thank you. One thing I'd say about the video was the rather like the person that made the video suggested that we perhaps shoot it from the point of view of an old guy sitting at a bar reflecting on his past. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, the reason the child, like the little boy is running along and looking at items, it was the idea is that those are items of a possible future for someone. So you're looking ahead rather than looking back. I thought that was really important. And we never wanted to show the boy's face because it could be anybody, right? It's supposed to sort of represent just a child. So yeah, that's part of the trying to keep it positive, like many of our fellow artists today have done.
Great answer, dude. Great answer. Kirsty, what's your thoughts before we get to the final artist of the day, Kirsty?
Yeah, I was going to say, Glenn, that video took me on like a little journey. I love it when music videos show like a story and you can kind of use your imagination. So well done for the video. I thought that was fantastic to add to that track.
Thank you, Kirsty.
No problem.
Thanks for being a marvellous guest, Glenn. You've been on the show for about 3 or 4 hours yourself, brother. Thanks very much. And Crash World, everyone. Glenn MacLeod, valued member of the family. Well love, dude.
And Sparky, well done to you for being such a, you're doing a marathon thing here. So we all appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Another 32 artists tomorrow. So we actually featured 2 artists today who weren't even planned. So we're going to, after Sano, it is 32, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I appreciate that, dude. I'm just getting started. You're going to see a lot more of these shows and festivals. So thanks, Glenn. Cheers, brother. Sano Hill coming up next. Hey, Sano. How's things, brother?
Good, Sparky. Great to finally meet you and to speak with you. And my apologies, I couldn't join earlier. I know you've had a fantastic array of musicians all day, and you must be absolutely exhausted if you've been going since 12 o'clock yourself, Kirsty, and many of the musicians have been with you. So I'm really sorry I couldn't be with you for earlier on. I had family obligations today, but thank you for squeezing me in at the end. I know
there's another 8 hours tomorrow, and we done 4 hours last night, and I think I just need to organize it better. See, to be honest, 15-minute sections is a tad too much. If it's 10-minute sections, it's sweet. I'm going to book 6 an hour from now on, because 15 minutes is, yeah, if we run out of time, it's just, hey, first time, but we've done great. Everyone showed up. Absolutely love it. Could you tell us who you are as an artist? What type of music do you do? Sean Crossan, aka Sano Hill.
Sano Hill. So yeah, my background is rock, I guess, folk rock. I've been writing music for my life, I guess, more or less. And the songs are kind of, I guess, like a lot of musicians, you're writing from what you know, from who you know, your experiences in life, and working from various different influences. I've had mostly folk rock influences. Early influences were Van Morrison, U2, Radiohead, Nick Cave. So I have a lot of different influences that have fed into my sound, I guess, over the years. And just trying to find a form or a sound that can best carry the ideas I'm trying to develop in my music and in my writing.
Hey, dude, you're fantastic. And
I hope you can get on my line.
What's the story behind the song "The Climb"? The Climb. We're going to feature
The Climb is that was my first single, which I released in January. Now I had released some stuff on compilation, kind of indie compilations before that, but that was my first single, which only was released last January. It's a song I've been working with for a long time and have been rewriting and reworking. It's a song began as, I suppose, a song of seduction, a love song of sorts, but became something much larger than that over time. And it's responding to, I guess, partly what we've all lived through, the extraordinary couple of years we've had, the kind of challenges, environmental challenges, challenges to our own survival as a species, I guess, in a way, but also informed by poetry, by the work of William Blake, and a poem that he wrote called The Everlasting Gospel, which part of which is integrated into the song as well. So there's a lot of kind of influences in there. So hopefully it carries and there's people can connect with it.
It's a fantastic song, dude. Without further ado, let's get acquainted with Sano Hill. If you've not already heard his music, you're going to love it. This is The Climb.
Thanks, Sparky.
The man, Sano Hill. Love. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Come for a walk in my imagination. The lover she said to the thief. Soon we'll have a love that's ancient. She sighed with a sense of relief. What do you mean you'll never be happy? What do you mean don't understand? Come on, come on, come with me now. Come on, take my hand and we'll climb over the hill now. Run down to the valley below. Get drunk on the wine of inspiration. And dance until the embers glow. Don't hurry, don't rush. The lover whispered as the morning blushed. Fiery red, the ground groaned beneath, and the children ate the dust for meat. Sit down just for a while with me now. Tell me all your sacred dreams, and those who cannot love but hate, or they'll be beggars at lovers' gate. And we'll climb over the hill now and run down into the valley below. Get drunk on the wine of inspiration and drink until the embers glow.
Absolutely brilliant, man. Absolutely great. Absolutely great.
Great.
Sano, your camera's off. Just for the article, it won't show you unless your camera's on. Scotty Cairns, what's your thoughts first? Scott?
I absolutely love the message behind the good songwriting, good storytelling, and he gave off to me such a U2 vibe. So very well done.
We're going to have to be pro. He's actually just left by accident, so just get the compliments in. Hopefully he'll come back in time. But yes, Scott, I fully agree with that. Frank, what was your thoughts there, just for the article's sake at least? Sano's away, but what's your thoughts there? What a great track.
I love it. I love it. And first, I said that I like to be surprised and positively disturbed by music, but I was also like his pain and emotion and pain. And there was really something you could hear the pain and the suffering in the vocals, but I mean in a positive way, because it was really expressive the way the singing without being over the top, but really just deep emotion in that voice. And that's what I like the strength and the strain in the voice when the pain comes out. I love it. I love the acoustic guitars. I love the featuring on the low strings. I love it. Really love it.
There you go, Frank. Well said, dude. Well said. Glenn, what's your thoughts there for Sano? He'll hear it on the recording. Glenn?
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it too. I liked a lot of great guitar tones in the song. I really appreciated that. I was kind of picking up on less stylistically perhaps, but more in the vibe that was, I got that Nick Cave thing that he mentioned as an influence, and maybe it was the trees and stuff in the video, but it was, yeah, it was a great song. I really enjoyed it too. And I felt it was, you could feel the pain as Frank said.
Yeah, hats off to you. Hats off to you, Sano. Zita, what was your thoughts there, dear?
The song was actually amazing. You know, it's the vibe I get. I actually was feeling his pain, you know, through the music. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song.
Well said, well said. There you go, Sano. You've got another new fan, Trav, and then Kirsty, and then my best friend in the whole world, Tim, with the last compliment. Trav?
Yeah, I love I love how the drive of the track, just how the production, guitars all mesh together with the voice, and like everyone's saying, you can feel his pain and the struggle, and that's what drew me in. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well said, well said. He's just actually come back, so he's going to hear the last couple of comments. I'll just talk for a second to let him get back in here. Can I just add that everyone's saying well done to us for organising this. Mr. Tim Consley sat the security the full time last night, tonight. He's been up since the very start as well, but he started from 4 o'clock in the morning, his end. So let's hear it for Tim Consley. And Sean, can you hear us? We continued with the compliments, so you're going to hear them. We've got two left, Kirsty and Tim. Kirsty, make it a nice one. You never heard the rest of them, but you will hear them in the recording. Kirsty?
Hello.
What was your thoughts on that amazing track?
Yeah, do you know what? That music video was absolutely outstanding. How did you, whose idea was it? How did you put that music video together?
First, my sincere apologies. I'm having appalling connection difficulties here. I'm out in rural Ireland at the moment, and if you're familiar with rural Ireland, you may know broadband is a long, long way from where we should be. So my apologies for disconnecting there on that. Yeah, so the video, I have to thank Elle Putnam. She's an extraordinary video artist, and I collaborated with her on this. So a lot of it's her in terms of the visual transitions and that, and the editing is her work, and she brought this extraordinary kind of vision to it in terms of realizing. There's a number of ideas I was playing with. So I mentioned William Blake, the poet. So he's also an extraordinary artist. So some of his images are integrated into it, into the video. There's obviously some of me in there. We were shooting in a small kind of deserted cottage where Elle's actually building her home at the moment. But at that time it was deserted, and we just shot at night and played around with ideas to try and get some visuals that we felt complemented the song and the theme. And then she was shooting just some natural imagery. There's imagery from around this area where I am right now, which is a rural part of Ireland called Cavan. And the Sano Hill, the name I use for my music is here. So Park Sano Hill is actually integrated into that. You would have seen a lot of kind of drone footage that my brother shot around this area. And Cavan is a very kind of, it's called the Drumnall County, a lot of hills, valleys, lakes, rivers. So that imagery is in there as well. And it's part of, I suppose I chose that as well, that song and that imagery, because it was my first single. it is about where I come from. It's feeding into my kind of inspiration down through the years. So some of that's in there as well. The literary inspiration, the kind of natural imagery, and then there's kind of darker, I suppose, undertones there as well, which is about contemporary anxieties, I guess, around.
Yeah, I noticed the black and white at the beginning of the video, but yeah, it really related to the lyrics. It was very carefully, cleverly put together, I thought. Really good.
Thanks, Kirsty. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Everyone loved it, dude. Wait till you hear your compliments tomorrow, man. You're going to love it. Tim, the riff man, Consley, the final compliment of the evening. What was your thoughts there, dude? I know you love it.
Yes, I did love it. Very original, very authentic sound. I mean, I just thought everything was cohesive, meshed together to make a great, great song. And just loved it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. If you like that, please check out the other Sano Hill music on Spotify and on whatever platform you use. I have a new single coming out next week. I've two other singles up there as well. Right now, it's all about getting an album complete. It's nearly there, but it's bit by bit. As you know, I'm sure as all musicians know, it's kind of a labor of love, and it's something that's I'm working on for a long time, but we're nearly there, and I'm looking forward to getting the album out, hopefully very early in the new year, but we've one more single after the next single that we're going to get out first.
Brother, do you know what I guarantee? You've been part of the family as an appearance for all your songs, new and past, through time, obviously, you know, so write-ups about them also. None of your old music's old to us if they've not heard them yet, you know, so yeah. A song's only old when you decide, oh, that's my old song, I'm not promoting it anymore. Well, once there's an article written, it will never stop being promoted. So the song The Climb, you know, that'll have an article in the next couple of days. And thanks for being a great guest, Sano. Sano Hill, everybody. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time and thank you for your work, Sparky, Kirsty, and for everybody who's been involved in this today. I'm just sorry I couldn't have been more involved, but I will do. Time goes on.
Feel free to use the same ticket to come to tomorrow's show. You can come in for 5 minutes, leave, and come in and out. See who's on.
No, I will. I'll definitely try and pop in. I'm traveling back from where I am now back to Galway tomorrow, but I'll try and catch up at some point during the day for sure. Okay.
Sano Hill, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Sano. I'm going to stop the recordings now. So goodbye, Facebook.
Take care, all. Bye.
And then the final goodbye. I like to end with a peace sign. Everybody wants world peace in this world. So let's throw your peace signs up in the air and hopefully we get it one of these days. I love everybody.